So today, boys and girls, we finally got some good news. I don't know if you guys have been paying attention to Twitter, but we've been asking, when do we get the new optimization station? Well, the recalibration station. When will the optimization station cost a little bit less? When are we getting that next gen upgrade for the 4K at 60 frames per second for the PlayStation 5 and the new Xbox? When is this all coming? Nobody knows. Developers have been totally quiet. We thought we were gonna have a state of the game tomorrow, but we now know that is not happening. But we did get some news on when the update and everything is coming out. But what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna watch some gameplay. While I talk in the background, you'll probably be seeing some gameplay from different patches in the dark zone. So today on Twitter, Johan, he's one of the community developers for The Division, came out and said there is no state of the game tomorrow. TU 12.1 releases February 2nd with the Resident Evil apparel event, a rebalance of the optimization station cost, as well as 4K 60 frame per second for support for the next gen consoles. So a lot of you guys who've been asking, when are we going to be getting this next gen console update? Well, you guys know February 2nd, 4K 60 frames per second, and then also you'll get the TU 12.1, which will release alongside the Resident Evil apparel event. And then, so now we can rebalance at an affordable cost. Now, when I tell you guys that I am excited for the optimization station, I haven't been able to really optimize a lot. I've been spending a lot of materials, but honestly, optimizing is way too expensive. And most of you guys might have noticed that. You guys might have noticed how expensive it is, and you guys were wondering. And I'm also excited about the 4K 60 frames per second. Now, what's a little concerning, or maybe it's good on the other hand, they are not having a state of the game. So obviously they don't have enough right now to give us. And that could be that they're working on something bigger. So they're really trying to keep everything quiet right now. Now, another thing that I think is good on the good side is this could all lead to what happens with Fail Out. They don't want to give anything out. Like if you guys watched my last video, they don't want to release anything until we find out what really happens to Fail Out. So we might not really get a state of the game until February, what was that, February 3rd? So that would be the Wednesday after 12.1 launches. So maybe that is when we will get our first state of the game, because obviously I would think they would want to talk about the 4K 60 frames per second, the apparel event, and just talk about that at least, because that is the next update. But I think what they're holding off on is because they don't want to have to answer any questions about Star Wars, right? They don't want to have to answer any questions about Star Wars in Massive, and they know that's going to be a big topic. Are you guys giving up on the Division? Are you guys not going to support the game anymore? What's going on? And that's gonna be a really big question that comes up over and over and over and over until we know that, yeah, we have a year 3 or they are working on Division 3. So whether they're working on the next gen console game, or if they're working on year 3, which I think that's where they're going. I really don't think that that's why they're kind of keeping quiet. So us not having a state of the game this week, I wasn't surprised, but it is good to at least hear them come out and say, hey, look, we are getting 12.1 pretty soon. We're also going to be getting that next gen update, 4K at 60 frames per second. And then not only that, you guys know the apparel event, we already knew about that. So at least we know that is coming. So you guys, anybody who's worried about the optimization station, well, it's coming very shortly in just 1 week. Now that we know we do have the next gen patch right here, what do you guys think is the next step for the Division 2? What do you think is the next move for them? Do you think there's something being worked on? Red Storm, I'm pretty sure they have something going on at that studio. Just too many hints, too many signs pointing towards them working on something. And I really think the playtest they've been having, or they were scheduled to have, has to do with something Division 2 related. Now, most of those people, even if they did play it, even if there were playtesters out there, they wouldn't even be able to tell you right now because, you know, they usually sign a NDA, non-disclosure agreement, meaning that they couldn't tell us if they wanted to. So even if somebody has played it or has tested something at Red Storm, it would be hush-hush. and that's why you probably haven't heard anything publicly, because obviously they don't want to risk their chances of playtesting the game, right? They don't want to be the one to get in trouble. So at least they were nice enough to give us that information, right? I would have been kind of down if I didn't hear anything. And the fact that they did tell us, well, he came out on a Twitter post, answered on a Twitter post. Somebody asked the question, he answered it. Update 12.1 comes out. The second next gen update 4K 60 frames per second comes out the second, alongside the new apparel event, which I kind of assumed. I did see an article on the next gen update coming out February 2nd, but the crazy thing is they never confirmed it. And since they didn't have a state of the game and they're not having one for the rest of the month, well, now you guys know. I don't know what to think, guys. I'm still hopeful for year 3. There's a lot of different hints being thrown out there on Twitter right now. I didn't want to really cut those because I wasn't sure who everybody was. But there was this article talking about, it was like a gaming article talking about the eulogy of the Division 3. And then somebody came out and said, let's wait to see what Red Storm has to offer. Now, I don't personally know this person from Ubisoft, but other people claim this is a dev. I just don't know them, so I couldn't confirm this with you guys. But there are little things going on the Twitter universe out there talking about what's going to be happening. Well, not what's going to be happening, but little hints like wait for Red Storm. They have something planned pretty much, and that's where I'm going with it. I think Red Storm 100% working on something for year 3. I don't think it's a Division 3. I think it's something for year 3. They're just a smaller studio, so I think they can handle year 3 versus a full new game. And like I told you guys before, I think it has to do PvP focused, maybe even a PvE/PvP mode like survival. Who knows? We can speculate all we want. All we do know is we do get the new update, we do get the new apparel event, and we also finally get to fully optimize our gear. Hopefully it doesn't cost too much. So I want to know, before we wrap this up, guys, we're wrapping up here, what do you guys think? As more things come out, as we find out more news about different things that is going on with the Division on the Twitter side, with the devs, with them being quiet, with them releasing information here and there, what do you guys think about the whole situation going on right now? Do you guys believe Division 3, do you guys believe Division 2 year 3 is going to happen? Or do you guys believe the game is over? Let me know in the comments. Guys, thank you guys again for all the support. As always, don't forget to leave a thumbs up because that is highly appreciated. Easy way to support the channel. Until the next one, Nothing But Skills is out.